back to the Auto Insider, where you come to find out what's new, what's hot, and what's not in the automotive industry. Well, we finally got our hands on it, the 2022 Kia EV6. This is the first all-electric vehicle from the Kia brand. This is the one that Kia used to introduce the electric vehicle. This should be the one with all the goodies. Let's go inside, take a look around, and see what we think about it and who we think this vehicle is best for. Let's jump in. Once inside, it lives up to all the hype so far. We got to take it for a couple spins, drive it around, see how it goes, and we'll keep you posted. But for starters, everything in here that even my wife pointed out was, this is an EV that looks like a traditional car. Not a lot to get accustomed to, not a lot to figure out. Everything is where you expect it, and it's pretty much set up like other Kias that we've driven in the past. Only thing I can see that's a big difference is the floor. It's flat all the way across. It's a little bit higher than a standard car, so it makes you feel like you're not stepping down very much. Gives you the sense that maybe you're in a SUV, but it sits so low that it doesn't necessarily qualify as an SUV. But it does have a hatch. The back seats do fold down, so it's kind of a crossover-ish SUV EV thingy, I guess. So as you can see here from the driver's perspective, everything is what you'd expect. You have your power windows, power mirrors, you have your 2 memory seat settings. Down here you have a space to open your rear hatch, electronic parking brake. This is how you open the charging port. You have your auto headlights with your auto dimming feature. Here on the steering wheel you have controls for your cruise control, your distance, your lane keep assist. This is how you speed up, slow down. And then you can also go to different information settings here on the dashboard. As you see, I can turn my steering assist on and off here. This side, we control our different radio stations, change the stations, volume control. You can talk to the system, which is a good feature, and you can answer your telephone from the steering wheel. You also have rain sensing windshield wipers, and these are not really paddle shifters, but they do cover, they change the level of i-pedal braking that you have. Great feature to use when you are trying to conserve energy. You have the touch screen, allows you to go through and navigate through all of your features here. You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM radio, and you can go in and look at things specifically about your EV. You can set your charging schedule, which I definitely recommend if you're going to be driving an EV. You want to set your schedules. You want to be able to charge at the optimal time when the rates are less expensive with your power company. Right below, you have your controls for your AC, heat, and when you're driving along, this is a really nice feature that electric vehicles have. You can put it on driver only for your AC controls. That way, you're not wasting any energy over on that side. Everything is coming just to the driver when you're driving along. As you can see, we have heated and ventilated seats and heated steering wheel on this model. There's a dial here for your gear selector. This gives you access to your great cameras. You can turn that feature on and off. But as you can see, it gives you a great 360 all the way around the car and a real clear view of what's behind you. You have auto hold and a wireless charger for your phone, and it works great. iPhone 12, iPhone 13 fit in here. They don't move around. Couple cup holders, and you have storage here. One of the things that my family has pointed out that they really not fans of is this noise here. Can you hear this? I don't know if that's a pre-production model issue, but it's something I would like to see change if Kia expects this car to compete with other $50,000 and $60,000 electric vehicles on the market. That noise is totally unacceptable. So as you can see here, much like a traditional SUV, you have power lift gate, which we really appreciate. You have ample storage here. There's some underfloor storage, not much. You have your spare tire kit here because there is no spare tire. You have a cargo cover. We love to see that in SUV, so it's nice to see it carried over to the EV version. And like I said, my wife, first thing she said is, this car is just like any other traditional vehicle I've ever driven. So Kia did a good job of not alienating people and putting this vehicle in a category where people don't know really how to work it. When you look at cars like the Tesla, and even the Ioniq 5 from Hyundai, we noticed it was a little more space age on the inside. Didn't really have that really familiar, comfortable, traditional car feel. So if you're looking for an EV that's going to give you something that's more of a traditional automobile feel, this may be one on your list. But now, one of the things we really like about it is you can fold down 60/40 second row seats. So if you have to go make those trips and get things that are oblong, you can actually fit those here in the cargo area. So we really like that piece. Fits right in to what you would need for an SUV. And just think about it. You can get 237 miles of range on a single charge. So this could be one that might fit into your lifestyle. Let's go to the second row and see what it's like if you have teenagers or older kids riding around in the back of this SUV. Now, as you can see here in this second row, there's tons of leg room here, and there's even great headroom. This back seat feels like it's raised up a little bit, kind of like stadium seating, to give you a pretty decent view of the front. But these headrests here on the back of the driver and passenger seat, they do obstruct your view quite a bit. You have two USB charging ports, one in the back of each one of these seats, and your AC vents are here on the side. My daughter claims she really liked that piece because she feels like she can get a better airflow here. So there's no AC vents down here, but they are here on either side. If you have growing kids, they can grow in here. And you can put 3 of them here too. One of the perks of this GT line is heated outboard seats for your second row passengers. So to say that we were surprised at the lack of cargo space here in the front would be an understatement. This was a perfect opportunity for Kia to add a place to store things that you might not always use. There's this little small space here, so you can put things here. But I think they missed the boat on that piece. Maybe, maybe not. So there's a lot to like about this Kia EV6. If you're considering an electric vehicle to replace your gas-powered vehicle, this one requires the least amount of learning curve to figure out how to work it. We would say we're a bit disappointed with Kia for not including a charging cable with the car when you get it, something you have to add on extra. But that aside, if you put a charging station in your house, 240 watt, this 274 miles of range should be all that you need. When we think about it, the average person only drives about 50 miles a day. So theoretically, you could go all week without needing a charge. If we're having to judge this Kia EV6 of whether it's hot or not, we make it really, really warm. Could use a little more storage space and a little extra range. Aside from that, this one should be on your EV list.